Hi guys, welcome back to my weekly readings. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving for those of you that live in the United States and maybe even in other countries. You're picking up some of our culture and some of our holidays as well. I would, but hey, that's just me. Today we're going to take a little peek at the energies that may affect us from the 25th of November through to the 1st of December. We're working our way out of this year, you guys. So be ready, because the last part of it, I believe, is going to fly by just like the rest of the year has. But we need to let go of a lot of situations in our lives that have kept us feeling like we are tied, like we're stuck in our thoughts, in a place, in a relationship. For some of us, it's just a feeling of not being able to break out of a cycle that's probably affected you since you were a child, or people that have affected you since then. So in other words, mostly family situations, or people that you have grown up with and have been like brothers or sisters to you, but that have situations that really don't mesh with you, or that make you feel that you're tied. It could be a relationship that you're in with children, homes, a job, perhaps that you may have together, a business. So you feel like you're tied and you cannot move out of that situation, even though it no longer is something that you feel that you can continue in your life. So it could be a job. It could be a job that's holding you back. You see other people moving up the ladder and they conveniently skip over you for whatever reasons. You're too old, you're not sharp enough. Younger people are coming in and taking the positions that you have either applied for or are hoping for. So it could be any of those situations in your lives. It could be a health situation that you may have, that you feel like you're tired, you're afraid to move forward, you're afraid to go to the doctor, you know you may need surgery. Or, you know, any instances like that where it's something that's very difficult and it's hard to break out of your life. So those are the things that we need to face, that we need to overcome, that we need to put our pants on one leg at a time and say, you know what, I'm going to take control of my life. I really need to get rid of this situation. I really need to iron this problem out and find the root of it and try to eliminate it, or try to work through it. If it's a job, you can start applying at other places. If it's a medical situation, start looking into a different opinion from what you've already had, or a different doctor than what you're used to going to, because it may surprise you when you go to a different doctor and get another opinion that it may not be as important, or maybe not as important, but as difficult to overcome as you originally thought. It might be something that can be resolved with a lot less either treatments or surgery or time afterward to recuperate. If it's a family situation, a relationship, you need to find what the root of the problem is and try to work through it with the other people. Try to sit down and talk to them and say, you know, this is something that really needs to be looked at. And if it's something that you need to go see a doctor over, then you need to go see a doctor over. You know, you need to try to find out what the problem is and eliminate it, because otherwise you are going to go into the new year feeling like you're a little trapped in your thoughts or in the situation that you're in, and you really don't like it. You don't like it anymore. You know, it's not something that helps the energy move forward, or it's not something that makes you happy. So you cannot continue to deal with the same old story. It's not good for your health. In other words, it will eventually make you ill if you continue to live in a situation that's not right for you. The angels are asking you to prioritize. Why don't you find out what exactly is the problem, or what you need to do first, or write everything down if you have to. Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. It will help you get organized and motivated. So find out what your priorities are going to be as this year leaves and the new one begins. Write it all down. Follow the steps. What do you need to work on? What do you need to iron out? What do you need to fix? What do you need to do? What is the most important of the things that you really need to focus on right now, and start focusing on it now before the year ends, okay? Before we clap and we kiss everyone and wish everybody a happy new year, we need to be happy ourselves that we're on the right track, that we are looking forward and seeing what we need to do, okay? Thank you guys for listening to my channel. I like to thank those that have contacted me recently for readings. For those of you that contact me tomorrow or that write to me tomorrow for a reading, I will give you a cyber discount of, 5% for the reading. You need to pick the reading that you want. Go to my site, Raisa's blogspot, raisastarot.blogspot.com. I can never get that right. There'll be a link down below, or at the very least, I'll write it down there so you can go check out the readings and see if you like any of them. I also have a holiday link, I think, on my YouTube site for a discount on readings. So you need to click the link and follow it, to see if you want any of those readings, or do you want to give one to a family member. That would definitely help me out in my new home and my new bills, which are always there. As we move forward with this situation where we need to make a decision that's important for us, there is a decision that we know would make us a little bit happier if we take it. Or there is a way out of this situation, out of this stagnation that we have. Because there's a part of us that really makes us unhappy. But if we were to make the decision, or we need to get over it, or somehow try to resolve it, things will become a little bit brighter, a little bit easier for us. We need to follow our guidance as well. We're being guided. We have messages that are coming in. Our angelic guide is trying to help us. Our load is not very heavy at this time, so we're being asked to eliminate some of the pressure, eliminate some of the things that we have put upon ourselves, either someone else's karma, someone else's responsibilities. We need to lighten our load so that we can actually move forward with our guidance, with the load that we now have, or the load that pertains to us. So if we're carrying around a bunch of responsibilities that don't belong to us, we need to let them go. We need to give them back to whoever's responsibility it is, for their own lives, for their own actions, for the things that they do. Okay? Because we're just burdened with too many responsibilities or too many thoughts from other people that just don't belong to us. So we need to let that go. Okay? Somehow. So that the load that we do carry is lighter and we can follow our guidance. Because our angels are really there trying to help us, get through this. You need to defend yourself or stand up for yourself whenever you're being called to do so. You have an angel that's up there shining a light, a reflection, because the ones that are attacking you or are trying to get one over on you, or they're always discussing or arguing with you, they're looking at their reflection. So the angel is there holding a light, shining it back to them so that they can see exactly what they're doing, and you have a way to defend yourself above other people, because you do have an advantage point over others. You do know that some people may not be honest, they may be doing things behind your back that are not correct, and the angel is showing you what it is, and it's going to show them as well, so that you can move forward a little bit easier as you move through to the end of this month. You need to watch your spending as well as you move through December, because the Five of Pentacles usually states that you need to watch your money. You're not out in the cold. You're not alone by any means when it comes to your guides and your angels that are right there with you. Also, you may be having some messages come in from your ancestors, from family members that have passed, or people that you love. They could also be sending you messages. You need to pay attention because you are never alone. So if you feel like you're alone and everyone else is doing their own thing, and you're not alone, not by any means. But also watch your spending as you move through the end of this year, because you don't want to get in a situation where you are strapped for cash as you start the new year, or have your thoughts go in that direction, because then you will attract that lack, the thoughts of lack, which is something that card can represent as well. Thoughts of lacking, something that's lacking in your life. So no. Always think that you're completely abundant of everything, that the universe has blessed you. Jupiter has just moved into Sagittarius as well at the beginning of this month. So there are some sites on the internet where you could run a free chart and figure out what house you have Sagittarius in. Which house is it in yours? Is it your rising sign? Is it the house of family, the house of communications, the house of fun, the house of relationships? What house do you have Sagittarius in? Okay, and there you know that that house is going to be lightened up for the next coming year. So in that house, you'll have plenty of gifts that'll come to you from Jupiter. So find out where you have Sagittarius and know that that's where you're going to be blessed as you move through this year. All right, this coming week looks awesome, people. You need to release the thoughts of anguish or the thoughts of not being able to move forward. Like I said, if you need to figure out what the situation is that you need to work through, or help a family member see things for what they truly are, or a relationship or people at work that you need to talk to and find out what's going on, you need to do it now. Because at the beginning of the week, you have celebrations. You have the Three of Pentacles, which is people that come together to celebrate your work, how hard you work. They're noticing your craft. They're noticing your abilities, okay? So they see that you're someone that they can depend on. You're someone that's worked very, very hard and is trying very, very hard to get ahead in life. So that's one thing. Also, they recognize your work, your craft, something that you do that's very good. Other people are watching you, in other words, when it comes to work. So try to do your best. We have the Nine of Cups right next to that. So there's something that you have wished for. This is the wish card. The Nine of Cups is also the card of excess. So if you are eating, drinking, partying too much during the holidays, you need to watch that, okay? Keep that under control, because you could be excessive. You could go over the top as well with buying too many gifts. That's why I said watch your money, because you could and it's not something that you're doing that's bad. It's just you feel so much love. You're trying to open your heart, your family members and all. You want to buy them things, you want to do things, but you can become strapped afterward. So be careful, because that's something that it's a normal thing that happens during the holidays. We can eat too much as well, or buy too much food, drink too much for some people that like to, drink a little bit. It can get out of hand, so you're being asked to watch that. And also the card of wishing for something and actually getting your wish. So if there's a position that you're hoping for, you may get it. If there's a relationship that could be coming into your life, it may happen soon, because it's something that you've wished for. So for all of us, boo-boo is something different. You have the Star card right next to that, right in the middle. So this could be an Aquarius that comes into your life to help you, an air sign. It could also represent, again, following your divine guidance, wishing upon a star, which you have the two wish cards together. And I think this happened recently in one of my readings. So something is going to happen that's like a surprise. It's going to have to be a surprise with both of these cards together. A big surprise at that. And again, the Seven of Cups right next to that, which is choices. So something, again, you want all these things, you have all these paths and choices to go by. So either you're going to have a couple of choices that come up, of wishes that you have put out there, and they're going to start coming in. Again, look at your chart and see where Sagittarius is, because in that house you may have a couple of wishes that you've put out there that's coming. I also mentioned about the Aquarius. So it could be a wish that you've put out for an Aquarius person in your life to, maybe either change their ways or see the light or come closer to you, whatever that is. It may actually happen now because of the wish card, But with these other cards right next to it, I'm thinking, you know what? You've been following your guidance, and the angels are pouring some blessings your way, because that's what this card looks like. Look at it. Here we are being good little sheep, okay? We're following our guidance. We're listening to whatever. They're saying go this way, do that. You're being tempted with different choices and you're not falling for it. You're like, I'm not going there. I'm going to follow my guidance. I know what's right and what's wrong, and I'm not falling for it. I am not going to fall for that bullshit anymore. Okay, so you're like, okay, you're being so good, we're going to grant you something that you have wished for. There's your angelic guide, and here it is, pouring some blessings your way. So whatever that is that you're hoping for is coming, okay? There may be several things that you've hoped for that may come at the same darn time. So then you're going to go, oh no, now what do I do? You could become a little bit confused or up in the air or very surprised because of the blessings that are coming, you know. And just don't forget to thank the universe for every little thing between now and the end of the year. Everything. The next card is the Six of Swords. You're triumphant. You're moving away from a stage in your life that has really upset you, that has caused a lot of turmoil in your life. And now you're moving away from that. So either you had that talk, you changed that job, you moved out of one place to another. Whatever it is that you have wished for, it's finally happened, and now you're moving forward. And for some of you, it could be a relationship that comes into your life, because here we have the couple with a child and an angel helping you move forward. From a place where you have been in your thoughts, you have had a lot of struggles and a lot of battles, and there you're leaving them behind. There they are, back there going, hey, wait for me. Don't you want to worry about this shit anymore? Don't you want to have this nasty little thought in your head anymore? Or this situation, this problem? No, you're not even going to look back at that anymore. You're going to move forward in your life because you have to. So this week is all about a wish that gets granted. Something that happens that changes your life. No more in your head. You know, you're going to let go of a lot of situations that have been bothering you forever and a day. You're going to get some rest too. You're being asked to get some rest, because otherwise, you know, you can make yourself very sick. So you need to get some rest while you're at it during this week. This is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is very investigative. So you're going to be doing some investigation, whether it's about your health, whether it's about a job, whether it's somewhere to go, somewhere to move to. Something that comes, that it could be a message as well that comes, that starts this, you know, this little situation in our lives this week. So be aware of any messages that may come through. Someone could be ill. You might get a message of someone that's ill. For some of you, this could be an inheritance. So get in touch with your family members. Make sure that you pull them close, or that you have them close in your heart, just in case. You know, you're being asked to persevere regardless of what happens. Keep moving forward. Your angels are always there, so you're never alone. And if you have to tear something down to start something new somewhere else, don't be afraid to do so, because it's something that must be done in order for you to move forward. Just know that the angels are always going to be behind us, okay? We're not going to be alone, no matter what is going on. I'm going to start the interactive reading now. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I have another deck out here I haven't used in a little while. 1, 2, 3. They curl out all by themselves. Good job. Yeah. All right. I'm going to pull one for me. The hope. Hope for love. Hope for beautiful things to come into my life. They're being very expressive with what they have to say today, the angels and the guides, because they're very right to the point. Hope. I need to not lose my hope or my faith for the things that I have hoped for the things that I'm working towards, that I know that these things will manifest in the long run, but I have to just keep going. I have to persevere. Wishes are coming in. Blessings will come. They'll come in the due time. Whenever the divine timing says that it's time to get this blessing or that thing, just keep moving forward and don't give up. and that they're always with us in the times of need. A call for them and they'll be there. But hope. I need to have hope and not give up, because the things I've asked for are coming. All right, guys, for those that chose the first one, you're a bit unsettled at this time. You're a bit anxious. You need to watch out for that. Exercise, meditate, swim if you can, because that's very relaxing and it lets go of energy, of negative energy that may be bothering you. But at this time you're very anxious about something. There's something that you're hoping for. There's either information that you're waiting to receive. There's a gift that you're hoping to get. There's a gift that you have already gotten that you don't know when to open the box or what's inside of the box. There's something that you're not sure of, so you're anxious. Then you have the card of clear crystal intentions. Archangel Michael. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So whatever it is that you want, you need to be clear of it. This anxious energy that you have, where you can't focus on one thing, or you don't know, one day you want one thing, the next day you want something else, and it's made you very anxious about the future or what you have asked for, what's coming in. You need to relax with that. You need to meditate and let go of all of that and be really clear about what you want. Because Archangel Michael is saying, listen, if you say one thing one day and you think of something else the next day, you're not being very clear. You're sending the universe unclear messages and very wishy-washy. So we can't bring you what you want until you know exactly what you want. And relax, because you will get it. Okay, for those of you that chose B, innocence. Creative writing. You're being asked to start writing. Writing about your experiences. Writing about your ups, your downs, the things that you have been through in your life. And be honest about it. Be honest and look at it through innocent eyes. Being very innocent. You're either going to meet someone that's very innocent, like either children. Perhaps you need to write books for children. Even if you don't have children or know anything about them, you may have a creative mind when it comes to writing books for kids. So some of you are being asked to write. Okay, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or a book. It could be for children. If you have children, maybe you need to focus on what they're writing to see if they're trying to relay a message to you and you have missed it. So you need to look, because it could be your child that's being affected one way or another, and they're trying to write things down for you, but they don't want to show you. So pay attention to what they write. This could also be writing for children. Being innocent about what you write, being honest about what you write, because somebody might like that and starts reading that and fall in love with who you truly are, because you have put it on paper or in a book or in an article or in a blog. Start a blog and start writing about yourself. All right, for those of you that chose C, you need to get outdoors. You need to spend time in the sun. You need to go out, and even if it's snowing where you are, even if it's white as snow, there's beauty in everything in the outdoors. There's beauty in nature, and you need to reconnect with that so that you can find the beauty within yourself. Archangel Jophiel. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas, things to do in your life, especially if you are the creative type and have kind of lost your muse. You need to get outdoors and find your muse again, and through nature you will reconnect with that part of you that's very creative and inventive. And it's in your hands. The things that you're hoping for, that you're trying to manifest in your life, that you've wished for, it's in your hands. It's up to you. Depending on what you do is what you will attract. What you think is what you will make in your life. It's what you're going to reflect. So it's in your hands. Get outdoors. You'll be able to think of the thoughts that you're trying to bring into your life. Whatever it is that has been stumping you, you haven't been able to get past it, you feel like you're all tied up like that first card. Get outside, because that's how you're going to get your thought that's going to come into your head all of a sudden. You know, I had a example. Today I have this little thing that burns water. You put like the little liquid in there, and oil, and it puts a little steam on into the room. You've probably seen it in some of my older videos where I use it. I hadn't used it in a while, not since I've moved here. So I went to plug it in today, and it didn't work. I plugged it in several plugs, it didn't work. I thought, what? It broke with the move, oh my god, I must have broken it somehow. So I threw it in the garbage. I thought, well, I'll get a new one. I'll go to the store and get a new one, eventually. They have nice ones at Walmart or whatever. So I'm sitting there doing something else completely. I was doing something else, getting ready for the reading. And all of a sudden it pops in my head, did you check the plug underneath that thing? I was like, where did that come from? You know? No, I didn't. I'm talking to myself. Either my higher self or an angelic guy was like, hey, you didn't check that plug underneath it. It probably wasn't plugged in. Go get it out of the garbage and try it again. So I thought, okay, fine. So I did. I pulled the thing out of the garbage. Look at the little plug. I had already pulled it apart and thrown everything, all the pieces, right? I plug it back in, put it all together, pour some water in it, plug it in. Boom, it worked. I was like, oh my God, you were right. I said, well, I laughed. I laughed at myself because that was stupid. I didn't check it. And then when I was sitting there doing nothing, my mind was clear. All of a sudden it pops in my head. It's like, okay, where'd that come from? So trust me, your angels do guide you. They do talk to you. You just sometimes might miss it. But if you're thinking of absolutely nothing, you're doing something totally different, and all of a sudden an idea pops in your head and you have no clue where it came from, it's probably a guide or your angel. And this is how you need to learn to listen, and then turn your happy ass around and go do exactly what that thought told you to go do, because you missed something. There's a message there somewhere for you. There's somebody you need to meet. There's something you need to do, and you need to learn to listen to that voice. You need to learn when it's coming from outside of you and to follow it, because usually it's for your own good. And that's just a tiny example of the things that can happen to you during the day, all day, every day, and then in your dreams. In your dreams, it's more symbolic, but it's also messages from your guides, and they do come in, so you need to pay attention, because sometimes they're really, really important, okay? And if you miss it, then you won't be able to be prepared when the time comes for certain things that they're warning you in your dreams. Alright guys, know that I love you, and I wish you a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you again, or if you don't listen to my videos again. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We've got through Thanksgiving very well. My Thanksgiving was very nice. Thank you for those of you that wished me a happy Thanksgiving. It was wonderful, and I'm looking forward to Christmas and hopefully see my family, my children and my grandchildren, and let's see what happens. Alright guys, know that I love you, and I'm going to try to put out some more readings, but I'm still busy trying to unpack and do things. Believe it or not, time flies, and it's hard for me to separate the time to do the readings at this moment. The extra readings, like the zodiac readings and all of that. If you would like to contact me for a personal reading, contact me. Alright, love you guys. Have a great one. My links will be down below. Kisses. Bye for now. Oh, remember about the 5% off on the readings if you contact me by tomorrow. Send me an email. Let me know. Bye for now.